Alright, how we doing, folks? It's your boy Margos kicking it off here. Wasteland Wednesday. I think this map's called Overlord. We're going to talk about this map a little bit today, man. We got to talk about this map a little bit here today. Man, I just had some really good pork chops, man. I made some good pork chops. They were pretty baller. Pretty yummy. I had some pasta and garlic bread. I didn't even know what to do with this bread. I bought this bread, right? Check this out, man. Quick story before we get into the map. And yes, I am using the MSPC. Apparently, this is the most overpowered gun on Earth. I don't know, man. I really like that second assault rifle, man. The SGC or whatever it's called. I still don't even know the name of it. I really like that gun. Like, that's my go-to gun. But this MSPC, it's okay. I'm not a three-burst kind of guy, man. That's my problem, man. The three-burst, I mean, if you don't get with that burst, you kind of put yourself in a damper. I do like the close shot ability of it, but this gun falters at long range. And, you know, I talked about how I like to keep my distance in this game and how the long shot's back, so that kind of hurts it. Anyway, so I bought this bread. I really want some bread, you know. Ever since I moved over here to my new spot, bread is kind of a thing, you know. In Newark, you just buy bread anyway. Here, it's a little bit more difficult to transcend as to where to purchase the bread. And, you know, honestly, after work, you don't really want to go and looking for bread or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I just came from making bread. Why would I want to go buy bread? So, I went to the supermarket today, though, because I had to get something to eat. So I got myself some pasta. I got myself a little some sauce or something, you know, to throw on the pasta. This dog, used to this dog, and I'm like, well, at least he was going after that one. I'll give him credit for that one. But he's over there barking after I already saw him. I'm like, I see him, man. You don't got to bark. And I'm looking. I'm like, who is this guy? I was like, oh, he's one more over here. Boom, got him. Poor guy's like, they're not gonna see me here because satcoms are useless in this game. And that guy got me, and luckily my dog managed to find them and pop them. Thank you very much, puppy. So the bread. So I went over there and I got some bread at the store, right? I got some pasta. I got some pork chops over here. Pretty good pork chops. Really good, high quality pork chops. And then got some bread, and it was like in this like a foil thingy. I didn't really give it much thought. I just grabbed it. It was in like the bread aisle. I just grabbed the first one I saw, and I was like, whatever. I mean, I don't really know the breads here. They're not as good as they were in Newark, so I was like, you know what? It's not gonna be the best bread on earth, but it's gonna get the job done. Well, I got here. And I was gonna open it up as I pick up this guy's LMG, and I'm like, oh, an LMG! I haven't seen used guys in a while. Let's put that away. So I purchased it. I get here home, and I'm about to like open it up, and then I turn around. I see there's like instructions on the back. And I was like, this is pretty interesting. I was like, I've never bought bread that has instructions. I mean, bread's kind of bread, right? Like you don't really need instructions. Apparently, it was like garlic bread or something. It said it was frozen on the outside. I mean, it's kind of physically impossible since it was just kind of sitting like a bin, so I don't really think that, you know, unless the bin is somehow sub-zero without really, you know, making anything else around it cold, it definitely wasn't frozen. But then it said like you could either put it on top of a grill, which just seemed ludicrous, you know, like a grill, like a real grill, for I don't know how long. I was like, all right, well listen, I don't have a grill. B, even if I did have a grill, I wouldn't go outside to go warm up bread. It was like 15 minutes to put on top of a grill. I'm like, this is crazy talk. And then the other option was put in the oven. I'm like, I got an oven, I can throw it in the oven. Now, I've never used this new oven in the crib, man, and there's nobody here to ask. So I'm like, you know, hopefully I don't burn the house down. So I put the bread in the oven, put the oven on, I think. And then I kind of kept looking at it, and then eventually, like, the oven lights up and stuff where the heat's coming from, the heat's emanating from. I'm like, okay, this is good. No clue how long I put it on for. It said to, like, put it on for, like, 15 minutes or something. I don't know, man. That shit hit like 350, and then it started making noises, and I just turned it off. And I was like, that's all right. The bread's warm enough. You know, I tried grabbing it, and it burned my hands. I'm like, bread's warm enough. That's how you judge heat. Don't ever let anybody lie to you and say that you could judge heat by, you know, putting like a little temperature thermometer thing on it. No. The best way to judge heat is to touch it. If it's hot, take your hand off, and you know it's hot. If it's cold, take your hand off, and you know it's cold. It's as simple as that, man. Until you lose your hand, keep doing that. Until you use feeling, keep doing it. That's why God gave us feeling. I'm calling over here this chopper gun. So that's my bread story. It was a pretty ball-ass dinner. I'm pretty satisfied. And actually, I made a lot, so I might have lunch for like the next 2 days, which is pretty good. Anyway, Overlord. Let's talk about this map now that we're up here and we're able to see this okay. So my favorite spawn where I like to keep the enemy at is that one where I'm shooting right now, which I think is Charlie. That's where I like to keep them at right there. Because in the alpha side, they get a lot of options. Whether they want to go into buildings, or they want to go into like that top building that's kind of a little bit off the side of the map, or whether they want to go toward a little bit more towards the middle of the map. The middle of the map to me, like B, I don't even know if I go to B this whole game. I don't even think I go to B because I've given up on B. Husani could catch B, Captain B like it's nothing. Every time I even get anywhere near B, I just get annihilated. So if you want tips and tricks on that, you got to go down to Miami and talk to him about it. I'm all about alpha in this map. All alpha and Charlie. Give me those two things, and if I can, if we have B, then pin them down in alpha, and I'll keep murdering them all day. Because you get a lot of options here. You got the top of this building where I'm in right now. You get the other buildings. You get the plain side. I'm using this MSBC right here in terms of close range. I mean, even if you want to play this kind of game like I'm playing it right now, you can even do a submachine gun type usage in terms of just using that, and then the underground part that kind of connects the two, and then you can go in the building and use it in there. What you got to watch out for is, the people that are sitting over here on the sides. Those are the dangerous people. That's kind of where I normally like to go. I normally always am leaning around the side. This is like the most in the middle I've probably ever been in my whole life on this map. I'm really taking a big risk right here as I'm trying to help out the team. I'm like, yo, I guess I'll go down there over here in the middle. I hate this middle building. I feel like I get popped every other corner that I don't look at. I feel there's somebody there waiting for me, waiting for my guts. This B Bravo is so exposed. I mean, look at this. Look where I'm sitting at. Now, I just picked a side. That's the best thing you could do, honestly. Pick a side. Pick a side where you think they might be coming from, and lay down that way. Because there's not going to be... You can't cover both sides. Like, it's just not going to happen. All you're going to do is make them take notice that there's somebody up there moving, and even make it worse off for yourself. Pick a side, stick to that side, and do the damage on that side. These guys over here, though, they may even get a little caps over here and there. I mean, we're winning this pretty handily, but they're still putting up valiant effort over here. Check that out right there. But unfortunately, the guy behind me cocked me. I was like, man, I was not gonna be a happy camper. Setup in terms for this map, I'm still using assault rifle, man. Just because of these edges, and the MSBC honestly is probably a very good weapon for the stage because it gives you that long range ability. Not too long, so you're not gonna be able to hit everybody from every side. But you're gonna be hitting them long enough where you're able to protect yourself, and you're also gonna be able to hit them from close enough, like I just did with that guy right there in that building, where you're able to even hip fire and manage to nail him over there. In that sense, I definitely see a Type 95 resemblance. But I still think a Type 95 was a better long ranger. At least I felt I was better at long range. I remember using the Type 95 a lot on Interchange, I think it was called, Modern Warfare 3, plugging people off over there, and just like that guy plugged me off, man. He just plugged me off the face of the earth. I used a lot on Interchange and whatnot, and played the spawns over there, and I was able to use it long range. Even with the rapid fire attachment, I was able to use it at long range. This gun, long range, it doesn't have it. And you put the muzzle brake, I think it's called, the muzzle thing in the end of it to increase the length, which is what I have on it. I have that in the red dot. The sights on it are good. I prefer to throw a red dot on it, especially since you're able to use those two slots without regard of anything. I throw red dots on almost everything, man. I just feel a lot more comfortable using the red dot. That depends on you, honestly. It depends on how you do. I know for example, Lusani hates to put sights on his guns because he hates being used to his sights on his gun. I 100% agree with that. You don't want to get reliant on this thing. Hey, listen, if you're going, let me give you a piece of advice. You're going competitive here, like if you're going to go pro in this thing, yeah, don't put a sight on anything. Yeah, that's just not a good look. If you're just playing for shits and giggles like I do, throw a sight on it, bro. You'll be a lot better with it, and it's just that easy. It's a lot easier to aim a dot than it is to aim, just the sights on thing. I'm waiting for this guy. I'm like, where you going, bro? Pick your death. You're gonna die. It's just a matter of when and where. Managed to pop that dude over here, so now I'm wondering. I'm like, we got all three capped. I know they still gotta be spawned somewhere else. I see somebody got popped on that side. I'm like, you know what? Let me go up top here. We do a little thorough investigating up top here. You gotta watch out. This is a power point in the map. A lot of people stay on this map. There's a Modern Warfare 2 map. I think it was the Favelas map that had one of these high points as well. That kind of reminds me of this. I don't like being on it a lot. I like killing people off of it a lot. That's something I like doing. But I don't like being on it too much. I'll go on an occasion, but you just never know, man. You're so exposed, and you don't notice how exposed you are, honestly. And it's kind of deceiving because you feel like you're on top and you're able to see anybody, but they're able to see it too. One of my favorite spots is over here. I don't think I turned to it this time because I'm hearing this guy. But maybe I'll turn. Yep, right there where that guy is. This is one of my favorite spots right there on the map because that's an epic head glitch right there. It gives you a huge, vast array. So if I didn't stick too long there with MSBC, and plus there's a guy there. I don't want to stick around next to him. But if I was using the SHD right there, it would be a dangerous spot right there. If they're spawning on this side, you flush them out over there, and then eventually someone's going to try to come and wrap around and get them. You get them. All of a sudden, you're on a little kill streak, and you're able to play, and you're playing it very safe from there. And, the main reason why I reinforce these long-range engagements is because it applies to one of my strengths. I feel I'm pretty good at long range. I feel at close range, I'm pretty bad. I mean, you watched yesterday's Tight Tuesday. I did manage to pull out that W. We did do well. I think I was up there on the top of my team. But it's just not 100% my game. That's why I was Tight Tuesday. Wasteland Wednesday, you put me a little bit farther away from you. You're going to do a little more damage over here. And that spot right there really exemplifies that in terms of how much damage I can put in. That's why I like that spot. So what do we go here? 49 and 6, not too bad. 7 caps. Gotta play that team objective shit, son. You know how we be doing. Wasteland Wednesday. Hope you like the video. Share it, love it, subscribe, all that hood stuff, all that YouTube stuff, yo. Going crazy, man. Yo, tomorrow we got some Mario going on. It's gonna be exciting. Have a great one.